I live in this courtyard for 4 years now. One day, I start to question myself, like, why that little wall is on the roof? And also, why do my neighbor print their wall like that way? And also, like, why the Changshan mountain is behind me, behind the window, so I couldn't see the view every day. And why my gate is on that corner instead of, just close to the street. So I began researching for the answers. And then I realized that I don't just living in this Bai-style house built in 70s. It's actually the design carries craftsmanship over 1,000 years passed down from central China and reshaped by the local wisdom. So every detail holds generation of survival and adaptations. Okay, let me take you on a small house tour and show you the hidden intelligence in this house where I live and I call home. So this is the veranda. It's called Yanlang. This part is actually you barely find in Beijing courtyard, Ciheyuan. Because of this Dali's harsh sun and the sideway rains, it would easily go deeper to damage the building. So the builders, they just choose to extend this roof to cover the walkway. Most importantly, this is a place that's serving as an outdoor living room. Locals, they would stay here to do some handwork and chat, even host feast. For me, this is also where I have some easy lunch, work on my laptop, also hang out with friends. Now, the structure of this main wing, if we dive deep, there are some serious Chinese architecture jargon, but well, let's simplify it. In the traditional Chinese architecture, there are mainly two ways of building this timber frame. One is tailiang and another one is chuandou. But in this house, it's combined both ways, like chuandou and tailiang. You see this chunk of wood? Actually, after Song Dynasty in central part of China, they use another way to build it, to do it, like a column. Use a short column. It's called guazhu, mellow column. And here in Dali, the local builders, they choose to use this one, tuodun. In this way, this is better on handling the strong wind and earthquake. So okay, from up here, you can see the Changshan mountain behind the house. And actually, most of the Dali tradition Bai-style house is like oriented like this way. In the central flat regions, actually, mostly the houses just face the south for the feng shui and sunlight. But here, you can see the mountain there, and we have a Erhai lake there. So it's like a gentle slope between. So the building laying against the mountain and face the lake. This is also both for the terrain and the feng shui. And actually, most of the gates, they open at the northeast because of the strong wind, mostly from the west and the southwest. So you see this layout here, and it's like the main wing is here, and a small side room is just beside it. This is called fang in Chinese. The wing is like always 2-story with 3 bays. And why 3 bays is another story for another time. You probably have heard this frame 3 wings with a screen wall, or 4 wings, 5 sky wall, but all Bai layouts are actually just a modular wing and side rooms arranged logically. The DNA is from Beijing Ciheyuan, the Beijing courtyard, but reshaped by the local needs. See this little wall? This is called the wing firewall. It is a 3-in-1 solution: windbreak, fire block, and privacy screen, all in one. This part of the structure, this is one of the few curvings in my entire courtyard. And remember, like, this house is built actually in 70s. During that time in central China, people still like wearing blue and gray and black. So back to that time, they could make it just plain, but they didn't. They are still here. So that is Dali real crafts. And it's not only in the Grand Temple and also in this normal, ordinary house corner. Yeah. So, of course, there are more details in the courtyard, too many to cover today. But if you're curious about Dali tradition architecture, come find me. Maybe not my courtyard, but let's go to somewhere else together where the screen walls can tell the family stories and there are some fancy gate with symbolism. Thanks for watching, following, and like if you enjoy. See you next time.